Welcome to this explainer. Okay, today we're doing something a little bit different. We're looking at a piece of tech that is, well, incredibly advanced, but for a lot of first-time users, it's surprisingly baffling. Think of this as your ultimate visual survival guide to mastering high-end kitchen appliances. We're talking specifically about the Miele cooktop. So if you've ever stared at a sleek black piece of glass just wondering how on earth to boil water, you are in the exact right place.
Okay, let's dive right into this with a quote. "We arrived at a hotel and can't figure out how to turn on the cooktop. Please help," followed by that very desperate holding back tears emoji. This is a real, literal plea from Reddit user Financial Expert 7180. And honestly, it perfectly captures the sheer panic of facing modern, minimalist tech. You're on vacation, you're hungry, and a completely flat sheet of glass is basically standing between you and your dinner. It's so frustrating, but honestly, it's universally validating to see.
To solve this modern mystery, here is our agenda for today. 1. The smart kitchen paradox. 2. How to actually turn the thing on. 3. System lock versus safety lock. 4. Escaping demo mode. And finally 5. Unlocking those advanced smart features.
All right, let's jump straight into section 1. The smart kitchen paradox, high tech versus high hunger.
And this brilliantly illustrates the bizarre contrast between what the manufacturer promises and what we actually experience. On the left, we've got Miele's official marketing text, boasting about an intelligent connection via Wi-Fi with Connectivity 3.0. Sounds amazing, right? Like a frictionless sci-fi dream. But then, on the right, the reality. This is a direct quote from another user on that exact same Reddit thread, "Casi nos quedamos sin comer," which translates to, "We almost went without eating." The juxtaposition there is just wild. We've got appliances talking to each other over Wi-Fi, but the humans standing right in front of them are facing the very real primal fear of starving. Which brings us to section 2, how to turn it on, a literal survival guide. So you might be wondering, and users in that Reddit thread were asking this years later, why is a universal power symbol not enough to just boil water? You'd really think this circle with a line through would be the whole shebang, right? End of story. But on a Miele Induction Cooktop, pressing that O with an I button just lights up the glass and leaves you completely stranded. You drag your finger, you tap the numbers, press the zones, nothing. Zero. It is a completely counterintuitive design when you're a first-time user who just wants to cook a meal. Okay, here are the exact Reddit-approved survival steps. Let's break it down. Step 1, press the power button, that O with the I. Step 2, and listen up, because this is where everyone gets stuck. You must press and hold the 0 for the specific heating element you want for a couple of seconds. You can't just tap it, you can't swipe it, you literally have to press and hold. Then, step 3, select your temperature from 1 to 10. If you follow those exact steps, you can literally walk into your kitchen right now and finally make some pasta. All right, moving on to section 3, system lock versus safety lock, breaking the code. So you finally know how to turn it on, but what if the cooktop just completely ignores you? Well, if you power it up and immediately see LOC on the display, you're dealing with the system lock. This completely disables the cooktop. It won't let you do anything at all. This usually happens if you, say, accidentally trigger it while wiping down the counter. To fix it, you simply press and hold the lock button on the glass for 6 full seconds until the little visual countdown finishes. It is a fantastic safety feature for sure, but man, it's terrifying if you don't know what LOC actually stand for. So the absolutely crucial thing here is understanding the difference between the two main locks. The system lock means the machine is totally off and locked down. You cannot start it. The safety lock, on the other hand, is active while you're actually cooking. It locks the machine to your current heating levels so nobody can accidentally change them. Imagine you've got a delicate sauce simmering away on level 3, and a kid reaches up. Without that safety lock, they could easily bump it to a 9 and totally ruin dinner. To turn this safety lock on or off, you just press the pause/play button and the timer button at the exact same time for 6 seconds. Oh, and here is a really fantastic pro tip straight from Miele's troubleshooting guides. Look out for this little hand and cloth icon. This is the wipe protection feature. If you press it, it gives you exactly 20 seconds to wipe down the glass hob without accidentally triggering any buttons, changing the heat, or putting the whole thing into a system lock. Honestly, it's a brilliant, simple UI addition that saves a massive amount of headaches when you're dealing with touch-sensitive glass. Let's keep moving. Section 4, escaping demo mode and error codes. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it serves as a quick visual glossary for those cryptic, flashing numbers. We've got LOC for system lock, which we just covered. DE stands for demo mode, meaning the cooktop is basically acting like it's sitting in a showroom and it's not actually going to heat up your food.
If you see an F, that's a sensor fault, which usually means something is physically covering the controls or they've just become unresponsive. And if you ever see a 0 and a 9 flashing back and forth, well, that's kind of Miele's catch-all way of signaling general unexpected behavior. So let's tackle one of the absolute most stubborn codes, DE, or demo mode. According to the Miele manual, getting out of this on a hob without rotary knobs takes a highly specific sequence. Ready? Step 1. Switch the hob on with an induction-compatible pan already sitting on the surface. Step 2. Press 0 on any numerical display. Step 3. Touch the 0 and 2 sensor controls at the exact same time for 6 seconds. The display will finally flash off FF, and you're back in business. It requires some serious precision, but those exact steps will get you out of showroom limbo and actually cooking again. And finally, that brings us to Section 5, Unlocking Advanced Smart Features. Now that we actually know how to navigate this interface and cook food, let's look at the incredible payoff of the Miele Smart ecosystem. This really validates why someone would invest in this setup in the first place. First up, Connectivity 3.0. Your hood extraction fan literally talks to your cooktop over Wi-Fi and adjusts its suction power automatically based on how intensely you're cooking. No way, right? Then there's supervision. You can actually read how much time is left on your washing machine cycle right from the display on your oven. But my absolute favorite, networked coffee. Your warming drawer communicates with your coffee machine, turning on 30 minutes before your morning brew even starts, so you have a perfectly pre-warmed cup waiting for you. I mean, that is literally the definition of technological luxury. But, all of this really brings us to a fascinating conclusion. If our kitchens are smart enough to sync up a morning coffee with a warming drawer, how do we design an interface that humans can actually understand on the very first try? It beautifully summarizes the core paradox of modern smart tech. The engineering behind the scenes is nothing short of miraculous. But bridging the gap between that high-end tech and basic human intuition, like just turning the heat on, well, it still requires a steep learning curve, or at least a really helpful Reddit thread. Keep that in mind the next time you encounter a flawless sheet of black glass in your kitchen. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep exploring.